parti.
Okay. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Je suis stressée. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts and experiences on a variety of skirt patterns. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned sewist, some patterns are sure to inspire your next sewing project. We are going to look into different patterns of skirts, including straight, A-line, flared, and wrap skirts. Some are commercial and some are self-drafted. I will be also discussing the level of difficulty for each pattern so that you can choose the one that is right for you. So, without further ado, let's get started. First one, the arrow skirt pattern from Pretty Messily. The pattern comes in size 34 to 48 and I sewed a size 34. The pattern difficulty level is rated as a 2 out of 4. It includes 1 cm seam allowance and a 2 cm for the hem. It is a lined skirt with both outer fashion fabric and inner lining. For the outer fashion fabric, I used a mix of wool and polyester, which I purchased at a fabric shop in Paris. I bought 3 meters for 20 euros. For the inner lining, I used black polyester, which I also purchased at the same shop for 10 euros. I also decided to add some luxurious looking buttons to the skirt for 3.5 euros each. During the sewing process, I found step-by-step tutorial on YouTube to be very helpful. However, I did have some issues sewing the right and the left of the skirt panels, particularly for the lining. I ended up having to turn the lining inside out because I had them reversed. For the next version, I plan to make the skirt shorter and the waist smaller. Overall, I'm really happy with how my arrow skirt turned out. It's very nice and elegant pattern that can be styled with different ways depending on the fabric that's used. I would definitely recommend giving it a try. The second pattern is Neapolis skirt from Belle Paris. The pattern comes in sizes 32 to 50 in PDF format. 1 cm seam allowance is included. The difficulty level is a beginner plus. I personally sewed a size 34. The skirts features an outer fashion fabric and inner lining. With several versions available, I chose the one shown in the image. I bought the outer fashion fabric in Paris, and they said it's a resale dead stock of a luxury brand. It was 3 meters for 60 euros. For the lining, I wanted to have a fun and a unique touch, so I used various cotton fabrics that I had on hand. Not sure if I really liked the idea at the end. The skirt is closed with a D-ring. During the sewing process, I had some issues with the skirt pattern. I was part of the pattern testing team before the launch and found it tricky to understand how to finish the skirt linings. I wasn't the only one, so after our feedback, the creator changed the sewing instructions. Additionally, I usually find that commercial skirt patterns are always a bit too long for me. So I shortened the skirt a little bit, but in the end it was a bit too short for my liking. My final comment or doubt on this skirt is that I'm not sure if the fabric is slippery, or the skirt is too tight, or there's a problem with my D-rings. I always have to fasten it regularly, otherwise it just loosens up. The next skirt is actually my first version of the Neapolis skirt from Belle Paris. For the outer fashion fabric, I used velvet scuba. I purchased 3 meters for 45 euros. However, working with this fabric was a nightmare for me. It doesn't obey the ironing, and when you sew it, it looks swollen. But the good thing is that this fabric doesn't unravel, so you don't need to overlock or finish the hem. Despite this, there were still a lot of imperfections in the finishing look. I also used the same fabric to make a matching blazer later and encountered same problems. This type of fabric is definitely on my blacklist now. Please let me know in the comments if you have already used this type of fabric and what is your experience on that. Even though I had tough time with the fabric, but I'm still happy that this is wearable. The next few dresses are from homemade patterns. When I was in Paris, I had the opportunity to attend a pattern making training. The first class was to draft a basic skirt pattern for ourselves. I made 5 skirts out of that pattern, and I'm going to give you some quick notes on each of them. All of them are completely beginner friendly. There are a lot of YouTube videos about how to make a basic skirt pattern for yourself. I highly encourage you to make one. You will discover endless variations and design from that one pattern. The first skirt was made using an e-cut fabric that I purchased on Etsy. I drafted a belt just above the waistline. It's not lined. The second one, you might remember the fabric. There is no additional belt but inner facing. I also lined the skirt with this mustard color linen viscose fabric. For the third version, I tried to make a A-line skirt, but it ended up being a flared skirt. I bought the fabric in a shop in Paris, 3 meters for 20 euros. There is also a lining for the skirt. So I have a problem with the 3 skirts. I drafted the pattern a while back and I keep using it for the skirts. But it seems that I lost a little bit of weight and the skirts are too big on the waist for me. That's why I added belt loops for the white skirt. So always remember to do your measurements before each of your sewing projects. As a lesson learned, I changed the pattern a bit and made 2 more versions from this fabric that I bought from a local charity shop in Oslo. They fit me much better. The last one that I'm going to show you is a thrift flip project. I found this long wrap skirt in a thrift store in Paris for just €1. I didn't use any pattern for this project. I just unstitched the skirt, cut it to my measurements, shortened it a little bit, and then sew it back. I tried on the skirt and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's the perfect length, it fits me well, and it's a great addition to my wardrobe. Remember that you can always get creative with the thrift store finds, clothes, and fabrics, and make them your own. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more sewing and pattern related contents. Thanks for watching.
Excellent.
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm